Nothing is too small for Jesus to make into a sumptuous feast. The miracle of the multiplication teaches that a desert can become a restaurant when He is around. But Jesus can only multiply what is given to Him. The food that had remained home, He did not multiply. The food that was eaten before the disciples came could not be multiplied. The food that was hidden away was not multiplied. Only the food freely offered to Him did He multiply. Something similar happened with this young man, filled with the desire to become a pastor. As his parents' resources were limited and there was no theological school in his home country, he applied to 2 affordable schools abroad. Unfortunately, one of the schools had to close because of a civil war. For the other, he was not granted a student visa. He became so disappointed and discouraged. But then, unexpectedly, he was invited to the local Adventist conference office. There, he was introduced to a man who asked him, "Do you really want to study theology to become a pastor?" He answered affirmatively. The stranger informed him of his intention to pay for his studies at any theological school he chose without any further discussion. He could hardly believe what was happening. But on that day, he understood the meaning of whatever God receives, He multiplies. Even if his faithful parents had kept their tithe and offerings for several years, it wouldn't have been enough to pay his tuition at the school that he finally attended. How many times have you experienced God's multiplication miracles by trusting Him and placing what you have in His hands? The eyes of all look expectantly to you, and you give them their food in due season. You open your hand and satisfy the desire of every living thing. As you worship Him with your tithe and promise, thank God for His multiplying miracles in your life. May we put our desires last and God first.